or maybe that was yesterday in Dave's video, the photocells were brought up, and Rich B had commented on it, on about a convex photocell lens, and that the other one would be flat, and then Brazilian Hot Dog, he commented that it's always the one that has the writing on it. So let's get started here. We have not your newest, but your newer photocells. The kind that you have the little clip that slides in. I also have the older ones where it has it goes through, like they are today again. Okay. Looking over both these photocells, this is the green, or the red, or amber color, I'm sorry. There is no writing on it. It is a LiftMaster. Then you have the green. Again, I seen no writing on it. Normally I'll see it back here or on the back side, but neither one of these have that on there. And Rich B said the sending, he believed, you know, we are a little bit older, so our memory's not as good, but he believes that, I believe he said, I'm just as bad, the sending had the convex lens on it, and then the receiver had a flat lens. Well, I got to looky there, that has a convex lens on it, where, and that is the green one. I always thought the green one was the sending, and that one's flat. That's on the newer ones. Not the newest, but the newer than these right here. Now, you look at these, they're both flat. But they say what they are. You have a receiver and the sender. So the older school ones, they were marked. I do remember something being marked. So Rich B, on the convex, let's see here, these are both green, so I just, who knows? I always thought that the green one was the one that sent it, but I would say it's the receiver because it has the convex. Anybody know? Amber. Receiver, I thought. This was the sender. That's pretty interesting. I've never noticed the convex lens. Maybe when I cleaned it, I noticed, but I didn't know one from the other. The other one wasn't. Interesting. So which one's the sender, Rich? Are you on here? Convex? I can't remember what you put in there. Convex and flat. Chip, How's the weather? Green one's the receiver. That's what I always thought. No. I thought it was the sender. I thought the amber was the receiver. Interesting. But yeah, there it is, boys. They're marked on the old school. They're not on the new ones. Well, newer. They are on the brand new. I could go out and get some. I'll be right back. We'll check them out just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure it says receiver. Let all my heat out. Okay, what do we got here? Open these up. Here we go. Ooh, those are cold. Well, on the new ones, you cannot tell because they're LED. But if you look at the back, right there, it says receiver. The other one says nothing. Oh, that's the new style. What's up, Uncle Dave? 26 inches. Holy crap, 26 inches. Wow. I'm glad that's you, Dave, not me. Wow. I had the guys out. I've got a new one that started when was it? Tuesday. Part-timer. His name's Dan. So I sent Jeff, Marvin, and Dan out, and they hung 3 commercial operators for me. Got them all ready to go, and I got to go back and dial them in, program them, get them all set up. Wow, 26 inches of snow. Holy crap. Yeah. Nope. Was that all at once, Dave? Or did it say 2 days? 2 days of digging. Was that one storm? Well, I mean, it has. I put them away, but they are marked. You just got to pay attention before you put them on the bracket. In like 2 days, yeah. Wow. We're supposed to get a ½ inch tonight. At least that's what the weatherman said. I gotta grab a drink. Yeah, he said just kind of like a dusting. Anybody else got anything? I could make a race if nobody wants to talk. Rich B. Oh, look at him go. Look at him. The receiver's flat. All right. But that's, that's a good way to identify. So the receiver is the flat one. Yeah, because I think Chip said the center is the green one. Chip's down there in that nice warm weather. At least, I don't know how warm it is there. At least warmer it is here. 68 in here. Hey, Dave, your mini split. How well does that work? Does it, like right now, I mean, it's cold outside. And, I know it's a heat pump. But it's warm, but it's not like definitely not like a fireplace. So, I got a little backup. My little Mr. Heater here. That gets it nice and toasty in here. It just seems like that mini splits runs all the time. I mean, I'm half insulated, but it should stop. I think it should heat better than what it does. New one is better than the old one. Let's see. Grab me a drink as well. This stuff is amazing. It's hard to drink out of a can anymore. It snowed today for you, Rich. Holy crap. I was sitting along the highway with the van that I was running 70 and the temperature gauge was tacked out. I was like, oh shoot. So I was luckily not far from a Menards, and I sat there for a little bit, let it cool down, and made it to Menards, went in and bought some antifreeze. I didn't have any antifreeze in the van, so I don't notice any on the ground, so I probably got a head gasket that's leaking something. I don't notice white smoke or anything. Jeff's never say anything, and he's the type of guy, when he follows me, he'd tell me anything. Hey, you got flat, your tire's low. He'd tell you whatever. Let's see, 68 feels like 72 in the office. Everybody that comes in here, they say they're, when you're outside, you step right out there, it's cold. It does feel nice in here, but I don't know, when I'm sitting over there playing my game, I don't know, I get a little chilly. Mine's only 110. Yeah, I bet it does. Yeah, Naples 72. Jeez. Wouldn't that be nice, Dave? 72. I only have, I could probably go down for a few more weeks, but it's rented this year. Let's see. Yeah, me too. I'm very jealous. Bad thing is I have a house I could go to. I just can't get the wife to give up working. I'd go in a heartbeat. I'll work down there. Yeah, I think I'm just getting old. I'm never warm anymore. I'm always cold. I think that's the problem. Unless I'm in the hot tub. and they get pretty hot. So, what is that? Is that? I missed the. I, I, I'm not following it. You don't use chains, Dave? You went, how many did you put? Like 1,000 in there? You drill them in? You need a small wood stove. Yeah. Yeah, the only thing, I used to have one in my garage. Then you got to cut wood. That's a lot of maintenance. That's quick heat, though. I do like this. I leave that run, and I come in here, and it's not bad. I'm just kind of a weenie anymore. 10 humans hit. Oh, I don't on the vehicle. I did. I have. I always have. When I'm driving that van, I get a hint of coolant. I was like, that's my thought was, oh gosh, you got head gasket leaking or something. Well, don't smell it all the time, but holy crap. It was almost the reservoir was gone. It was out completely. Yeah. So there's something. There's definitely something wrong with it. I drove it. I let it cool down. Put antifreeze in it. I drove it to the bank, and it seemed okay. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll be getting some new vehicles. You need a small, yeah. Speedboat and Caribbean, I think. Oh, you talking about the double hit? Yeah, I know, Rich. Ain't that the truth? I'm always freezing. I kind of embarrassed to say, but I've seen on online there's this blanket you put your arms in and put your feet in, and it's like a big old heating pad. I told my girls, I said, that's what I want for Christmas. I sent it to both of them, so hopefully I get one. That'll keep me warm when I'm sitting. Like a dummy, I bought leather couch. I bought a couple leather couches. That's cold as hell in the wintertime. Felt good in the summer. You got workers now. You ain't kidding. Well, Sam, he's working 12 hours. He says, I can leave work if you pay me good. And I said, nope, I'll wait. I got trucks that are sitting. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. What's up, Evan? Did you look at that Craftsman? See who it's made by? I swear it's an Extreme in disguise. 1/4 inch zip screws. Yeah, that'd work great. The little nubs. Oh, Rich, I've got the hydrant coming for that fire truck and the hose. Pretty excited about that. Yeah, felt like Rusty. A guy called me. He's a property manager, and he was very demanding. Wanted a price on a door over in Huntington, which was about a half hour away. And I didn't have time to run over there, so I looked it up online, counted the panels. I said, oh, that looks like a 10 by 7. So I priced them for a 10 by 7. I get there, I drove there today. Because he wants me to, he's ready to move forward with it. I got to make up a quote for him and all this. I'm a little leery on the guy. I don't know. I just don't like doing business with people over the phone that you never meet. I do a lot of it, but you never know. Never know. So, getting ready. I priced them pretty high. I told him I needed half down. I never asked for half down. So this guy did. If I fill it, so we'll see. Supposed to be getting a check rounded up and get that sent to me. We'll see if that happens. Hey, it shut off. That's amazing. I thought the thing ran 24/7. More doors, more problems. Yes. I don't care the color. Who cares? It don't have to be purple. Although purple would be good. But it don't need to be. It just needs to be where I can plug it in and warm up. I'm pretty. I don't know, Evan. I'm telling you. I can tell by the house on the front of that on that box. It's an extreme in disguise. I'm telling you, it ain't no chamber. That's no Chamberlain product. I hope not. Let me know, Evan, if you have to use a tool to put something together. Like when you put the pulley on the end, half cable, half chain, or is it just drop in and put a pin in? If it's drop in and put a pin in, that's extreme all the way. Or like Dave, what's that? Power performance or something? Aren't those that way, Dave? No tools needed. Just slip together, slip together. Put the chain on so it holds it all together. Yes, half down. Yeah. Yep. He was very, very pushy. Oh, but that's where I was coming back from, and the van started overheating. Wish I could, Evan. You just sent me. I can't look at it. So I'm on my phone. You see that house that's about halfway. It's on the bottom. That house. Extreme has that same thing on their opener, on their wall buttons. Telling you. A lot of units you can tell by shape. That lens cover, when that slips over, that's I call it an extreme product. I think that one Dave does, same thing. It slips over. Pretty sure those are like the extreme. I don't know what company actually makes it. I stay away from that stuff. The only if you have a door that runs really good, you'll be fine. If the door is like the pieces of junk I deal with a lot, they want, let's make it work. Yeah, those things do not work. That's why I'm afraid of the new Chamberlain. They look chintzy as hell. Guardian. Yes, that's right, Dave. Yep. Junk. Yeah, it slips over. Yep. Yeah, but I think different Lowe's carries different stuff. I'm telling you. I didn't see any $99 openers. They were $149 where I was at, and they didn't have the battery backup. I think that's what Dave had, right, Dave? Battery backup, $99. But what a good deal! $149. Two remotes, keypad. I'm gonna keep buying this older stuff. This I seen they did have at the Lowe's. They had those newer ones with the camera. They look chintzy. They look real chintzy. Did they change it? Because I know they were. I know Craftsman when they left Sears, when that all went apart, they went crap. It looked like you had like 100 of them there at your store, Dave. We didn't have any. Of course, I went on like Sunday, but what a deal on the impacts. 149 for two impacts. I think it has two batteries and a charger. Black Friday is the time that I just buy a bunch of tools, set them on the shelf. That way, middle of summer, something goes out, we've got it. Don't have to spend 150 bucks for one impact. A new basic model. Yeah, when there was oh, I'm trying to think what model that was. When I left Texas, they were LiftMaster. We were buying like this 3150 or something. It was AC motor, super, 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 super lightweight, or DC. But yeah, I'm not, I hate change. I don't want change. I don't want new openers. I hate it. 'Cause I like how you could go up and if I'm hearing everything right, the remotes don't link together anymore with LiftMaster, and that's not good. That's more stuff I'm gonna have to put on the shelf. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll send you a link. Where did I miss it? Oh, right there. I'll send you. Well, our store, they had a ton of those impacts. Impact and drill. And they're sitting right out there. Jeff, when he's seen those, he's like, "Oh, my drill's not working right." So whatever, it's working fine. He just wants a new one. No, no. I think what I'm gonna start doing while I can, repairing the old stuff, not really pushing new anymore. Kind of, I was I'm a fix it guy, and I've kind of adapted to that. If it's a couple years old, replace it. Kind of adapted to that, but I think I'm going to go back to changing gear sprockets, circuit boards while I can get them. Mr. 405. Rusty, you back in the States? Excuse me. On a wall button. Yeah. I had a guy that he came over and bought a remote from me, and I ended up having to go to his house, and he had a door closure, like for when you're sitting at an office desk, they got this button you can like unlock the door. He had that running in his garage door. It just sends a signal. It was pretty no different, but he said you have to be right on top of the door. He had an old what frequency, 390. So I gave him an old circuit board because the receiver in the circuit board was burnt. He was a kind of a fix it kind of guy. That was one of those freebies. It was just fun to screw around with the stuff. Oh. Well, I hear it's like 70 something degrees down there. Say hey to Chip. Oh, I thought you were already there. Uh oh. I gotta look back. I don't tell Jeff to take my old one. I don't know. I don't remember what we were talking about, Rich. That's how old I'm getting. I can't remember. It's only going to be on here a couple minutes. Here it's been probably a half hour. I just wanted to look at the photocells. I thought that was really cool about the convex. One was convex and one was flat. Never noticed that. Thought I was more observant than that. Tell Jeff to take your. Oh, my old drill. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, well, I think the problem was he carried 3 of them from the van, and he was pissed when I said, "Oh yeah, I got those on Black Friday," and instantly he went. Mm. I think he was just mad that he missed out. Oh. Oh, yeah. The Lowe's story. Well, me and Jeff were, I'll tell you this story. Me and Jeff were heading to, it's the Lowe's story. And Lowe's, I know, aren't responsible for who comes to your garage and does the garage work. But me and Jeff, it's kind of a long story. You guys ready? If you're ready, if you're in for it, keep me on track here. No, Jeff and I, we were heading to Florida, and the phone rings, and it's this female, and you could tell in her voice, you know, it was real crackly, and you know, it just, the more she spoke, the worse it got. And long story short of that part of it, me and Jeff titled her, you know, the crybaby. You know, we'll take care of the crybaby, you know. Well, a week goes by, Jeff gets back to Indiana, and he calls me and he said, "Hey, I'm over here at Abby's house," and la 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 la, and I'm like, I'm still in Florida, and I'm like, Abby's house? He's like, "Yeah, the crybaby." I said, "Oh." Well, come to find out is they had a broken spring. Lowe's, what was it? How'd it go? She must have bought an opener. It must have been her, you know, that decided to get the opener. Is all I can think. I don't know. But anyway, she purchased this opener from Lowe's, and Lowe's had a company come out to put this opener in. Well, this company that came out was this guy and this woman that they get there, and it's a genie opener, because I'm talking with the lady. They hook up this opener. She said it took them forever. She said it was a guy and a woman, and they left a kid out in the car for like 4 hours. They couldn't figure it out. Couldn't figure out what was going on. And she was going to call, you know, where the child protection stuff on them, because they left their kid out there for 4 hours. The guy and the woman said they were going to have to come back the next day. And because they were there so long, that wasn't included in what they were being paid. So they wanted her to make them dinner. And she said, Tony, she said it just got worse. She said it was terrible. The worst experience. And she was bawling while she was telling me this whole story. Well, long story short, Jeff gets over there. It's a genie opener they installed for her. It's got the red light of death going on, because they were set there, tried to run it on a broken freaking spring. So, people, moral of the story is do not go to Lowe's, Menards, Home Depot and have them hire your person to come and put in your garage door opener, because it could just be some buddy that don't know nothing. So she had to go out and buy a new opener from me, because that one got screwed up by the people that, and I told her, Lowe's might take care of it for her, just kind of fight it over with them. I don't know that side of it, other than she said it was the scariest night of her life. 4 hours of had these weird people in her garage asking her for food and different stuff. I thought, wow, that was pretty crazy. But that was the Lowe's story, Dave, that I wanted to talk to you about, because I know you had said you had done work for like Lowe's, and so they'll let anybody, it sounds like, come in and do some work. They must not screen their people anymore. But yeah, she was very frightened by the whole situation. I give her the old, hey, you want to anymore, just go to Google. Go to Google Maps, put in plumber, put in garage door guy, put in mechanic, and you will get legit people. So that was pretty crazy. Okay, where are we at? When was I down in Florida? Just a week or two ago. A couple weeks ago. I was down there for 2 weeks. Has anyone ever? No. Chip, my cousin, it can be done. My cousin, he's able to do that kind of work. I would never. No. I guess if it just depends. I guess if the whole solder come off of it, just you could probably tap one of those pins on there, the pin solder, heat it up enough. I got my popcorn. Yeah. Have fun in Haiti. Yeah. Yeah, he's always there. He goes seems like, what, every 3 weeks? Every 4? Yeah, Ritz, they do. I've taken them to my cousin. He used to work in that field, and he can solder that kind of crap. He actually fixed one of my, the old jack shaft openers. The first one, the red and black one. He fixed my board on that for me. Oh, great story. She was crying, but it was with. I probably didn't tell you to detail like she did, and they wanted more money. They wanted her to make them food, And here she's a single woman with a child. I can believe the fear, she had. And then the people had to come back the next day, and she was like, "No, don't even worry about it. Don't. No." She ran them off after they left. And she paid them to do nothing. Yeah, I would say not. I would say not. I had a guy call me yesterday. Called me yesterday afternoon. He had a problem with his garage door. It was kind of intermittent. I said, "Tell you what, sir, I'll come right out." It was 3 or 4 o'clock. I drove out there. I walk up the icy ass driveway. And there's a black truck sitting there, no markings on it whatsoever. And there's a guy standing on one of those 3-step stools, which he was tall enough to use, and he was above the operator. Looked like the bushing was going out in it. The chain was sagging. And I thought it was a homeowner. Well, no, it was some company that the gentleman called earlier that morning. They finally showed up. And I don't know, I just get so sick and tired of people calling. And then I drive out there and there's somebody else there. I mean, that's happened. I've been doing this for 20 years. I don't even know how many times that's happened. Could start taking money down, but people frown away from that too. Or you'll have some that, they're just, you tell them, "Hey, I could be there at 11. Then they call you back at 10 and say, after you rearranged your schedule to make that work, then they say, "Oh, we're going to have somebody else come out because, they can be here by 10. I get so sick of having to. Oh. What's up, Bert? Don't feel too bad in here now. I'm sitting all the way across the room. Let's see what temp is. We'll check, see. What is the temp? That says 62. Over there, it says 68. I don't think so. You don't feel bad in here, though. Really don't. All right, what do we got? Burke's garage door is in the house. How's it going? You staying warm? Or are you in warm climate, Burke? Like Chip, he gets that lovely weather all year round. I never had that happen. You've never had that happen, Rusty? Shit. I've walked up, Rainer's been there, I've walked up, Overhead's been there. I've never walked up on Precision. I did have Precision stop one time and offer to help me out, a guy from Precision. It was in a snowstorm, and he lived on the block. And I asked the dude, I said, why do you work for Precision? He said, because they offered me, when I came from Indy, they offered me the most. So, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, there's no loyalty there. I mean, come on, I'm rearranging my stuff to make it work, so I can come out to your place, and then you call me 2 hours later. I mean, I had a big commercial job going on, and I was splitting off, and I went and did a few other jobs. Oh, piss me off. Piss me off. Happens a lot. I mean, well, I shouldn't say a lot, but enough that I'm saying something about it. This week it's happened. Well, the one I showed up, there's a customer, or there was another guy already there. And the other one, the customer called me 2 hours later, canceled. Had that happen this week. And it's only Wednesday. I just like to get all the jobs. You know, I called, I was at I walked back out to my vehicle and called the guy. And he said, because I had just spoke with him, and I said, if it's not one of my guys, it'll be myself coming out. We'll be right out. Well, it ended up being me, and he says on the phone, Tony, that's not you? The guy had no markings, so he didn't even ask him who he was or what he was there for. I guess not. I don't know, but it ended up being a company he called earlier that morning, and they finally showed up. But I don't know. It was 4:30. I dropped everything and headed out. It just kind of pisses me off. The $30 would be good, but are they gonna pay it? Pay it beforehand? That might be something I might see about doing. Can I get a $30 charge? Let me get your card number. My wife said send him a bill. I've thought about doing that. I'll probably just send him a $30, but is he gonna pay it? Probably probably not. All right. Her first last night. How many inches? Dave's dealing with over 2 foot. We've probably got 8 inches out there. Just enough to be a pain in the butt. My four-wheeler, I overheated my four-wheeler. So I ordered a fan for it. The fan quit working. It's always something. It's constant. It's constant. I'm about ready to snap. Sunday, I was out cleaning out the drive, getting it ready so guys could drive back here. Yep, that thing was boiling over. Oh, what the hell? Well, come to find out, the fan's not kicking on, so. When it rains, it pours. Just look at it. No house on the button? Good. It looks like an Extreme to me, Evan. Or Guardian. What model is it? Give me the model number. I want to go see if our Lowe's sells them. Let's see. Yeah. So you just ask for it up front every time they. Yeah, I'll need your credit card. Never. I don't know. I found out. Yeah. True. Um. Yeah. I've done little. I've done little studies like that. I know when I go to one side of town, they always pay in cash. It's always cash. And it's the bad side of town. I think. Why? Well, when the customer asks you, well, which one's the sender and which one's the receiver, Rusty, what do you say? Do you want to look like an idiot and say, I don't know? You paid me to come here. I don't know. I don't know which one's the sender. I don't know which one's the receiver. I just know they send and receive and see each other. They meet together. Oh, shoot. I don't know. It was just interesting. Got about 12 inches. Damn. An inch, yeah. That'd be nice. An inch. Amazon snowblower. Is it remote control, Dave? I see they have one out there now that you can program and it'll push snow and blow it. You don't have to do nothing, you just program it. I thought that was pretty cool. And it has its own charging station and it keeps you don't have to do anything. It'll take care of your drive for you. You should have bought that one. Quick Fix Garage Door. All the new wall buttons. 0.0 or uh, that sucks. More problems, more problems, more problems. What's the pros for Bluetooth problems? They'll sell you more stuff, sell more product. I hate it. That's making me mad. More to go wrong. That's right, Rich. That's right. Overload them boards. Overload them boards. Now Chamberlain's going to be 6-month warranty instead of a year. LiftMaster is going to be a year instead of 2 years. Let's look at that. What's their warranty? Anybody know that on this new stuff? Is it better? They got 3-year warranty on the boards again for LiftMaster. Anybody know that on this new stuff? Nothing wrong with cash. You're right there. Cash is king. Cash goes in the safe. More secure. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I didn't know anything about Bluetooth wall buttons. All right, Rusty, I got one for you. These are both green. Which one's the sender, which one's the receiver? Rusty. Really? You've never had an engineer you've done work for? They're the worst. And I'm married to one. They are the worst to do work for. I've had many people ask me that. Because they'll say, in the morning when the sun comes up, I can't get the door to close. Which one actually receives and which one is actually sending the signal? I get that a lot. Evan, come on now. Yeehaw. That's funny. I like that. Or read your writing on the back. There's no writing on the back. Oh, you mean right here? Bingo. You win the prize, Rusty. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, shoot. Yeah, the new ones, I don't like that you have to have them plugged in to run the door. It used to be you never had to have your photocells plugged in to operate the door. Now you have to. That's bullshit or bullcrap. Quick fix like that too. That is pretty good. Evan's a young guy. He's pretty quick at it. He's pretty quick. whippersnapper. Oh shoot, website crafters. Oh, getting a text, Rich V's, and I got it, Rich. Let's see. That's funny. How's business going, Evan? Staying busy? Can you get there, Dave? 26 inches might be kind of tough. Yeah, I don't know about the new crap. I'm about ready to, I don't know, just install their stuff. Maybe that's what I'll do. I won't handle. You go buy it, I'll put it in. Yeah, tail light warning. Hell yeah. Yep. That's what I tell people when I say, you buy mine, I stand behind it. You buy the big box store, I said, when I back out of the driveway, that warranty's done. Cash or check, card. Fee is 3.7. Cash or I get 3% on my card. That's what I charge. I think it only costs me maybe like 2% or 1 point something. Pretty low. 83,650 warranty, I think. Well, yeah, Evan. They're always. I have never in my life changed a motor on a LiftMaster. Never. Never. Never known one to go bad. It'll be that gear that'll shear. They won't. Won't burn it up. But the board on that 8365 is only 2 years warranty. That's the sensitive part. 10 years, what you smoking? You ain't got to worry about it. The motors never go bad. I've never ran across a bad one. Read the back. I can't read. I can barely tell color. Cheap. I don't know. I had a lady today, cold as F outside. She stood out there the whole freaking time. I was like, ma'am, you don't have to be out here. She stood out there. I was freezing. She had to be freezing because she wasn't doing anything. My customers, they'll stand there and talk to you if they're home. It's the current system sensors that have the writing on the back of the receiver sensor. Well, the current ones do. The I can't remember. I'm gonna say like maybe like the 390 series. They got the writing on it to tell you which one it is. These don't have anything. They just have the contour and the flat. You never had a sun problem with photo? Oh yeah. Hell yes, I have. Oops, what'd I do? I had a couple. Tell the customer. Wall. I've done that. Or get the track secured. How'd you do that, Rich? Put that website in there. I'm afraid to hit it. Probably take me to it. Addie, what are you doing on here? That's my granddaughter. That's right, Papa. Addie, they call me Papa on here too. They call me Papa T. Addison. That's too funny. The new LiftMaster changer. When you're on parts. Oh, the new ones. Wow, yeah. The quick fix, that 1 year on parts, is that the board? Is that what you're talking? Board, like travel modular, stuff like that? Addie, I gotta watch what I'm saying now. I didn't know you were on here. Never seen this one. Yeah, I know. They used to have lifetime warranty on the motors. Yeah. Never replaced the motor. Maybe a cap, yeah. Six years motor and belt. 1 year. Oh, 6 year motor and belt. Well, I thought the wasn't the belt used to be lifetime? I think the DC motors might. Yeah. Huh. Basic line. Of course, they're going to put the big 5 years on the motor. we'll see you, Addie. Thanks for stopping by. Papa loves you. Yeah, that's what I figured. Notice that now LiftMaster used to be 2. They were at 3. They were at 3 years. Now then they went to 2. Now they're down to 1. You know why? Because they're loading that board up like a mother. Putting a ton of crap on that board. That's crap. Yeah, 3/4 horse. Boat was lifetime. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wow. Last year. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad news. The warranty's going to crap. I believe it's because they're loading it up, loading that board up. They know it's going to fail. That's a crock. All right, guys. Thanks. I think I'm going to be heading out here. Go up to the house. Kick back. Let's see. Yeah. Load the pocket. Yeah. Rusty. After, I don't know. I don't know. I like quality. I like something that's going to last. I don't know. I do like able to open it from my phone, but you know what? I can do without that if it's going to last longer. Load my pockets. All right, boys, girls, everybody, I appreciate y'all showing up, hitting that like and subscribe button. All the questions. Going to be a cold. Oh yes. Tomorrow's going to be a cold one, and Friday. Friday's really supposed to be cold. It's supposed to be like negative. We've got 3 commercial operators that we got up at this job. We got 1 more to put up, and then we got to repair a couple doors. But I think I'm going to be putting a hold on that job until next week, just because it's going to be so daggone cold. 82 and sunny. Yeah, in Haiti, and it's going to be like 72 or 74 in Florida. -20. Holy crap. Yep, Jeff won't be able to handle that. He was calling me this morning saying how cold his hands were. He has arthritis in his hands, and once that cold gets to him, he says he don't do very good. Glad I don't have that problem yet, but I know it's coming. Well, hey guys, thanks a lot. I really appreciate you guys hanging out, shooting the shit. But wanted to look at these photocells on the curb and stuff. But hey, thanks for watching. Papa Tony, out.